Harry and Meghan are currently vacationing in Europe with their children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet Diana. The family getaway comes after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex confirmed on Friday that they intend to travel to Britain with their children in July for a series of engagements surrounding the one-year countdown to the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham. And I hope they get to see me there. I'm so excited for this. Now, something I will say before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I am so excited for the UK squatties. Y'all, the whole family is going to be there. Now, we do know that the Sussex babies will not be trotted out and paraded out in front of cameras and whatnot, but I think it's something to be said about the excitement of just knowing they're there and what a fun full circle moment this is becoming and what a great step forward. I hope this is one step of many, a giant leap toward them being able to move freely throughout the world with proper security everywhere they land, and I hope this sets a precedent that extends far beyond now. They deserve the security. It never should have been stripped to begin with, and I hope we can just put this all behind us, and I hope proper reckonings happen. But while we wait for that, let's get excited for their vacation, but also their upcoming engagements. We have a lot to get into, so let's get started. Hey y'all, it's been so great to have a week away to spend time with family and loved ones, but I'm very happy to finally be back. We can talk about some of these things that I wasn't able to get to last week, but also, speaking of family, if you hear a lot of raspy snoring, loud snoring, the kind of snoring one would associate with having a job that keeps them in the hot sun all day, I associate this kind of snoring with work boots and calloused hands. But this snoring is not attached to any of that. It's attached to a very small, spoiled schnauzer who sleeps very, very often and snores very, very loudly, no matter if mommy has a mic on or not. So if you hear that, I'm just giving him a pass because he's 15 and he ain't going to change now. So my little grumpy old man is in the room with me while I'm recording. I hope it's not a distraction, but baby, he is going in. He's napping so good that it makes me want to nap. Like, dang, can my nap feel like that? It's almost like you see somebody eating some good food and you're like, I could go for a good bite. I could have a cheeseburger. That's how his nap sounds. He is making this nap sound like the best rest he's ever gotten. And he's on like hour 8. So I apologize if it's a distraction, but I'm a dog mom. Anyway, today I'm excited to talk about Harry and Meghan and their babies and their upcoming trip in July to the UK. We have a lot to get into surrounding that. But before we do, if you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to share so that more people can find us. I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. And for those of you who've been hyping my videos, I don't even really understand that yet. I really need to learn more about what hyping means. But for those of you who've been hyping my videos here and on Chats and Chill, thank you. Holy guacamole. Thank you so much. I don't know much about it, but it has been huge. And it's already awkward enough to say, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I always feel like I'm pulling out a little tin can and just being like, just whatever you can give, please. It just feels very much like begging. And like, I mean, if they like it, they'll subscribe, I hope. But sometimes it does take a reminder. So for those of you who've been helping me out, thank you. I've kind of plateaued with my followers at like 32,600, and we've been here for a while. And not that I don't want to grow. I hope to grow. I would love to get to 100,000 one day. But something I'll say is I actually don't mind organic growth without pushing, because it keeps our environment over here, like it keeps us kind of closed off to the people that actually want to be here. And I feel like without rapid growth and expansion, we don't have to deal with people who might have come here by accident or people who are looking for something different and they decide to make that everyone else's problem. I love that we kind of have a community and it feels more like family. Like we get each other over here. So I would love to grow, but I'm not going to push it. So anyway, thanks to those of you who have been helping. You are a godsend. So anyway, let's get into the details of Harry and Meghan and their baby's trip to the UK, as well as their vacation in Europe right now, as per People. Harry and Meghan are currently vacationing in Europe with their children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, People understands, ahead of the family's planned trip to the UK next month. The family getaway comes after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex confirmed on Friday, June 26th, that they intend to travel to Britain with their children in July for a series of engagements surrounding the one-year countdown to the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham. While Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have planned public appearances, Archie and Lilibet are not expected to attend any public engagements. It will be the first time that Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet have been in the country since they visited to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of the late Queen Elizabeth II in 2022. I don't know if this is post-pandemic brain. Y'all let me know if you have this experience too. But it seems like time is nearly not non-linear anymore because 2022 feels like yesterday. And when I look down and I'm like, oh no, it's currently 2026. So yeah, that was 4 years ago. I'm still just kind of like, so that wasn't yesterday. Got it. Like it just feels so recent, but no, that was in 2022. So it's great to see that things are, that they're able to revisit or visit, I should say, and come back and have a great time. And I just know this trip is going to go great, but I just didn't realize so much time had passed. Wow. The family plans to stay across a mixture of both royal residence and private accommodation. I like that they're mixing it up too. That's definitely helpful with keeping them secure and safe, is just kind of blending the two. I think that's great. While Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet will travel with their parents, people understands that they will not attend any public engagements. Prince Harry has long maintained that he does not feel it is safe to bring Meghan and their children back to the UK after losing their taxpayer-funded police protection in 2020. People understands that a review of his security arrangements by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, also known as ROVEC, which could affect the level of protection he receives during UK visits, has yet to conclude. Representatives for the Duke say ROVEC's own terms of reference call for a risk management board review at least once a year, but Prince Harry's last review was conducted nearly 7 years ago. Again, I say so much of this stuff is just common sense. And it's silly that it's dragging out this long, but it's also even sillier that it's happening to begin with. I just can't believe how anyone with a straight face can say, no, a born royal should not have security. Like, that's stupid as hell. And sometimes I really wish that, especially when I'm over it and I'm in one of those moods that y'all have observed a few times, sometimes I wish that I could be granted one phone call with the right person and be like, now what the hell is going on? Now, come on now. Like, sometimes people, you can have all this professional rhetoric and you can have all these examples and all this evidence and all of this, whatever. You can have all these, like this professional presentation to make your case. And then I think there are times where you just have to kind of walk through with your hand on your hip and your purse on your arm and be like, now this is some bull. Stop this. Leave that boy alone, and head back in. And I just feel like I want to get ROVEC in front of me and say, get off my grass. Like, I just want to give them a real, y'all playing with people's lives and you need to stop. How would you feel if people play with your lives? Like, quarters in the bottom of the purse, slap across the face kind of energy. And they are dragging the hell out of this. For a lot of them, they feel so powerful that a royal needs something from them or expects something from them, or they're standing in the way of blah, blah. Harry's going to outlive all this BS and go on to continue doing wonderful things. And you will forever be remembered as a person who tried to get him harm. And that's really just all it is. They really just need some common sense conversation and say, let's stop. Let's just do this. And I'm sure they have other government business that they should be getting back to. This is holding up a lot of other stuff, I'm sure. Just help. It's not even help. Reinstate what should have never been removed to begin with. This is just silly. Fix your own problem that you created. If the Sussexes stay at one of the king's residences, they would be covered by the existing security arrangements at that property. Buckingham Palace revealed on June 19th that King Charles has offered Harry and his family accommodation on a royal estate during their visit, though it has not been disclosed where they will stay. Okay, listen, I want to be very clear. The royals and the firm, they move a certain way. There are certain things that they do and that they've always done and that they're probably not going to change. And while I'm sure they have some kind of merit and reason, rhyme or reason why they do things the way they do, I think this in and of itself is another example of why not only stripping his security, but him staying, the family, not just Harry this time, but it's the whole family. Not just stripping the family security, but also the family staying on a royal residence, why that is so risky to begin with. Yes, you'll have the king's accommodations and blah, blah, blah. But here, the king's security and accommodations, etc. But at the end of the day, you're still announcing their moves before they happen, knowing how unsafe it is. The less, the better. Confirm the information about the trip and leave it at that. Why are you saying, yes, he will stay on a public? Because you're worried about how you'll look to the public. You're trying to look like the bigger person. This is yet another one of those olive branch BS moments. And while, yes, it's great that you extended that invitation, no one needed to know that invitation was extended outside of the Sussex family and their team. We didn't need to know. Y'all are family. And sharing that still offers a certain type of risk to the Sussex family. One that your security will probably be able to handle, but also it's unnecessary to create the risk to begin with. You are creating friction where there doesn't have to be. Nobody needs to know that they're staying on a royal estate. Nobody needs to know which one. We don't need to have hints. You don't need to be leaking things. And while I'm sure this is done because this is how they do things, this is a specific type of case. And until they start handling things based on what's in front of them and not on what happened in the past and what's pre-established under different circumstances in the past, they will continue to have these moments where not everybody, where they're missing the point. The royals are missing the point. The firm is missing the point. Ravik not only missed the point, but they intentionally stepped to the side of the point. Do all you can to keep this family safe because you created a risk around them that they didn't deserve to begin with. Fix the problem you made. My goodness. Sorry, I don't mean to go on a tangent, but it's something so small like, yes, he will stay in we could assume if they said private and royal residence, why are you still commenting on it? Why are you throwing hints? Why are you implying things? No one needs to know where they're staying until they're gone. Anyway, this is why eggs begin you across the head, because you do silly things like this. My goodness. During their time in the UK, People has learned that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will carry out a series of public engagements centered around the Invictus Games Foundation and Prince Harry's longtime charitable work. Prince Harry will attend the 14th Invictus Games Foundation conversation, From Policy to Practice at Chatham House, while he and Meghan will also take part in a series of private meetings with the Invictus Games Foundation at the Royal Hospital, Chelsea. As patron of Well Child, Harry will visit Birmingham Children's Hospital to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the charity's first Well Child nurse. Oh, wow. Oh, that's sweet. To mark 1 year until the 2027 Invictus Games, the couple will visit Birmingham's National Exhibition Center, the NEC, the primary venue for the Games. Harry will watch and participate in a series of exhibition events alongside competitors from previous Invictus Games, officially launching the 1 year countdown while showcasing both classic and new adaptive sports that will feature in Birmingham. That might be one of my favorite aspects of the Games themselves is every iteration of the Games, it's a little different, especially based on where it is in the environment in that place. They change them up a little bit. They make them each unique. They have their own theme and their own saying, and they all have their own quotes, and they all have their own experience. So if you attend one Invictus Games, you're not going to get the exact same experience as attending another outside of traveling because they're not in the same place. You're still going to get a different experience from all aspects. I love the attention to detail instead of just saying, let's keep recreating the same games with new competitors or some returning competitors. They take the time to make it its own little universe. I absolutely love that. Anyway, in his role as global ambassador for Scotty's Little Soldiers, Prince Harry will also attend Scotty's Summer Festival at Maxstowe, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Castle in Warwickshire. We're going to go with that. The charity supports bereaved military children and young people. The visit opens the door to the children spending time with their grandfather, King Charles. Now, we switched gears here in that paragraph, People magazine. Okay, now we're going back to the Sussex family and away from the engagements. The visit opens the door to the children spending time with their grandfather, King Charles. Since the family relocated to California in 2020, there it is, Archie is believed to have spent only a handful of occasions with the monarch. Y'all don't know that. You might be right, probably, but y'all still don't know that. This is still a family. Aside from them being public figures, they're still a family. We genuinely do not know. You're more than likely right. But it's just weird when people are like, they don't ever talk. They don't see each other. I will say this. I'm glad that, I'm happy that Harry and Meghan are doing what they want to do and that they have the freedom to do that. And I hope all goes well associated with them taking their family to the UK. That's great. I want them to have whatever they want to have, and I want them to be able to have that abundantly and with ease and with safety. With that said, aside from this, I'm not judging their choice, but I'm judging King Charles because, yes, this will be a wonderful visit with your grandkids, but you were just in America. And if you could travel all the way to the East Coast, it would have taken nothing for you to just travel to the other side of the I was about to say the UK, my goodness, the other side of the US and see your grandkids or travel wherever they were. You're the king. You can go wherever you want to. You can travel wherever you want to go. There is no reason why, if you wanted to, you could see those kids once a month. You could go wherever they are once a month and it would be nothing because you're damn sure not paying for it. So I'd rather pay for that. I'd rather the king say, the taxpayers, they're paying for me to travel to see Archie and Lilibet and Harry and Meghan and be a grandfather and be a father-in-law and really, really experience explore the Sussex life and be there for my family, blah, blah, blah. I would rather him say that, and taxpayers would happily be like, let me add 5 on that. Like, rather than buy Kate a new hat. Like, are we kidding? Like, I would rather, if I were a taxpayer in the UK, I would rather pay for the king to go wherever he wanted to go if it pertained to being a good grandfather and father, rather than buy, William new hair plugs or whatever else they're spending y'all's money on. Like, my goodness. Anyway. That's just me. So yes, it's great that he's getting to see his grandchildren, but my concern has never been, nor will it ever be with him. My concern is always with the Sussex family, and if they're able to do, and if they want to do the things that they have to do and that they get to do, and I hope they are able to do that with abundance and happiness and safety. And if this is something they want, I'm so glad it's happening. It could also happen sooner if the king would get off his high horse. Pun intended. Thank you so much for watching the SharionSade YouTube channel. I appreciate you watching my content. If you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video by hitting the thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to comment along the way. If you feel so inclined, please don't forget to share so that more people can find us. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back to the video. And I know it's been a week since Father's Day. I did not upload it all last week. I took the week off. But I did still want to talk about this. On Father's Day, Meghan posted the sweetest little tribute to Harry and their children. And she posted this photo of Harry with their babies and him just smiling with absolute glee. God, wouldn't it be amazing if all children were born to parents who felt this type of joy in their presence? My goodness, the world would be such a better place if people were truly, truly loved and treated well. Oh, what a blessing it is. I'm so happy that not only do Archie and Lilibet get to have that experience, but Harry and Meghan get to have that experience as parents and have that experience as parents together. What a beautiful, beautiful family. So she posted a tribute to Harry and the babies, and she said, they're so lucky to have you, with the little teary eye smile emoji. And then she goes on to say, we all are. And then she ends it with saying, Happy Father's Day to our one and only. That is so sweet. This is such a beautiful picture. Everybody just looks so happy. Look how hard they're hugging him. I just think they have such a beautiful family, and I love the way they honor each other. And that was also present in the anniversary video that Meghan posted. I just thought that was so sweet, and that beautiful penguin statue. So it's great to see that they had a lovely Father's Day. And I hope they continue to have more, many, many more to come. Speaking of Father's Day, I know I'm a week behind, but I did want to say, last week I took off because on Father's Day, last Sunday, I lost 2 family members, 2 very, very young family members. And I was planning to come back Wednesday. I think I'd initially said I was going to. And when Wednesday rolled around, I just wasn't ready. And so I wanted to share that because I took a week off to kind of process. And y'all probably wouldn't want to hear from me. I was a mess. But one thing I will say, and I thanked y'all individually, the messages and the DMs that I received from people who don't even know me personally, but invested time to just stop by and just wish me, well, and say nice things. Y'all, oh my goodness, that was so sweet. And I just can't describe how sweet that was. And I was trying to make sure I conveyed that in writing, but I was like, my tone is off and I'm just a mess. And I hope they know my heart because I'm trying my best to say thank you. But that was so touching. Some of y'all are just so sweet, and you are such a light in this world. And I hope in your everyday lives, the people you interact with know how special they are, because those messages were sweet. My DMs were full. My email was full. I was just like, oh my goodness, like this is just so sweet. And I turned the comments off on my announcement that I would be taking a week off because I just didn't want any speculation to happen underneath the comments. And I definitely didn't want it to be associated with Harry and Meghan, since that's what I mostly cover on this channel. I didn't want it to be associated with anyone outside of myself. And I want people to know this is 100% personal. But I just didn't want to leave room for that. But the fact that people found a way to share love with me, and it was so needed, I can't say thank you enough. Thank y'all so much. Anyway, those are my thoughts today. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend and a week while I was gone. I hope y'all had a good time. So sorry that my commentary on these topics is so behind. I know that every other channel has probably moved on. So I'm going to be playing catch up this week, covering several topics in each video just to catch up. But I appreciate y'all being so caring and loving and helpful to me. And their funeral, their services are going to be Wednesday. So I might not post, but I may also try to upload early. But we're going to try to keep things on track. And I appreciate y'all helping me to do that. So that is all I have. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.